All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your kind attention throughout this morning. We are going to be moving on to our highly anticipated session, the MISA Pitching, the Malaysian Dutch Business Council Innovation and Sustainability Awards. So without further ado, I'm going to hand the floor over to my co-MC, Mr. Marco Winter.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Fantastic to be here today, ladies and gentlemen. If I may give you a brief introduction on what we're going to do in the next few minutes, and we're going to do that 3 times today. The Malaysian Dutch Business Council is an active, mid-sized bilateral chamber of commerce. We began the MDBC Awards program in 2011 as the MDBC Sustainability Awards. Over the years, we have continued to grow, and in 2017, renamed it the MDBC Innovation and Sustainability Awards. It has been created to acknowledge, showcase, honor, and reward the outstanding best practices of companies and organizations. It is reflective of the achievements and ongoing developments by both Malaysia and the Netherlands in sustainability, innovation, and the circular economy. A unique aspect of MISA, which you will experience today, is the pitching by the shortlisted companies in their respective categories for final judging in front of the judges. And today, for the first time, thanks to our cooperation with Control Union, in front of a larger audience at this Sustainable Action Conference 2.0. So you will all be able to play a role in this today, and you will have an impact on the final rankings today. So don't let this opportunity go by. Get your phones out later and do participate in the voting, please. The companies will pitch for maximum 5 minutes, followed by a short Q&A. Winners will be announced tonight at our MISA Awards ceremony and dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. The first category, and you will see it on the screen already, is Best Sustainable Built Environment, the ESG category environment. In this category, competitors can demonstrate their commitment to innovative and sustainable building design, resource management, and infrastructure. Competitors should highlight the creative strategies they have implemented to enhance their own office or the surrounding environment in an environmentally conscious way. They need to showcase how these efforts have positively impacted the local ecosystem, such as improving the physical and mental well-being of employees and boosting overall productivity. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the judges for this category, seated on the second row here. His Excellency Ambassador Jaap Werner and his team at the Netherlands Embassy. Mr. Nelson Samuel, Director, Green Technology Division of the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA. And Mr. Supun Nigamuni, who does not need another introduction today, but just let me rephrase that he's the Managing Director of Control Union Malaysia. So a very expert panel of judges from diplomatic, corporate, and government side. Our shortlisted organizations in this category who will be pitching in random alphabetical order are Big Dutchman, Heineken Malaysia, Terberg Tractors Malaysia, and Unilever Malaysia. All right, we're going to do this in alphabetical order. And I would like to invite Big Dutchman, Mr. Donovan, the Digital Marketing Manager, to come forward, take over this huge stage here, Donovan. And I think the time will start running shortly. So please, let's go. All the best. Ladies and gentlemen, one round of applause for Donovan, please. The first of our 12 pitches today. This category will be 4, and we'll have another 8 coming up later today. Donovan, over to you. And can we have the time at 5 minutes, please? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much. I'm Donovan from Big Dutchman. Good morning to you all, Excellencies, Honorable Judges, business leaders, esteemed delegates, and distinguished participants. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our company, Big Dutchman, and our very beautiful, environmentally friendly building. So I would like to start with the next slide. Thank you. Next slide, please. So we are an agricultural livestock equipment supplier. We were founded in 1938, so we have been 86 years in the business. And we started in Malaysia in 1992, so we are 32 years in Malaysia. And our office, the one that you're looking at earlier in the first photo, was built in 2017. An eight-year-old building. Getting nervous, I'm so sorry. So we have 80 years of experience, 3,300 employees, more than 30 offices around the world, 200 agencies worldwide, and 1 billion in turnover yearly. Next slide, please. So we are very committed to ESGs at the moment. People, profit, and planet. And also we are very much focused on the technological innovation side and also the circular economy. Thank you. So we are focusing on the scopes of 2, 7, 9, 12, 13, and 15. So all these will be regarding on food security, zero hunger, food crisis, sustainable food, and also providing, thank you, providing the cheapest, most affordable protein available to mankind at the moment, which is eggs and chicken. So this is one of our main focuses in the business. Other than that, we are not just providing conceptual solutions, but also actual working solutions for farmers ready right now. And the only problem is with financing for the farmers. So that's where I think many of these ESG efforts will come into play, whereby all these ESG grants will help farmers achieve zero net carbon emissions. With our solutions, we are able to do that. We have plenty of solutions which will help farmers achieve this. So enough about that. Let's move on to the building itself. So this is our building. We call it breathable architecture, passive design. How do I play the video inside? Is it this button? Oops. Sorry, can you help me press the video? Yeah, so we call it breathing architecture. So we actually won multiple international and local awards for it. It is a green index certified building. We use red bricks as passive insulation. So it's a very comfortable environment inside. It's very well insulated. And it is solar powered. We do have solar energies. We harness the sun's energies for EV and battery operated forklifts, which is 64% of our warehouse forklifts. And also we harness the energies of the passive winds for ventilations in our warehouse. So the winds from the southwesterlies actually ventilate the warehouse passively, as you can see in the video. And also we have sensors on louvers outside the building which actually track the sun and reduces heat. So it's a very well-designed green building. Yeah, we are harnessing passive energies from the southwest, which goes through the buildings and also create a very comfortable environment for people who are working in the warehouse. Yeah, I guess my time is up.
Time is up,
So,
Donovan, indeed.
yeah.
Thank you very much. And I would like to give the microphone to the judges if they have any questions for you. Go ahead, Mr.
Thank you
Wessel.
very much. Big Dutchman, the jury
Thank you
has
so much.
one question. And I'll pass
Thank you
the
so much.
microphone to Nelson.
Thank you, first of all, for the presentation. I have one question for you.
No, stay.
If you can remain standing. Your company is known as the Big Dutchman. It's very impressive in terms of what you have actually just presented. But I was just curious to know how do you foster collaboration between Dutch and Malaysia bilateral relations in this manner, in the green sustainability front? Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay. Basically, I would just like to know how does Big Dutchman play a role in fostering collaboration between Malaysia and Netherlands in terms of bilateral relations in the business world for sustainability?
Sorry, I actually can't really hear you from the stage.
Okay. Marco, maybe you can assist.
How does Big Dutchman foster bilateral relations between Malaysia and the Netherlands? Of course, you're a German company with a Dutch name, but maybe we can expand it to sustainability efforts between EU and Malaysia. How is Big Dutchman involved in that?
I see. So Big Dutchman is actually a German company. Our headquarters are in Vecta, Germany. And we are also based in Asia, Klang Selangor. So that's where our building is. And we are providing agricultural solutions internationally, not just in Asia, but in Europe as well. So we are an international company. Is that the question?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions of the judges? No, thank you. Thank you very much, Donovan.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, and we'd like to invite Heineken Malaysia, Ms. Renuka Indraraja, the Corporate Affairs and Legal Director. Over to you, Renuka. All right, can we retime at 5 minutes, please, at the control? Thank you.
Good morning. Very good morning, Ambassador Yatwarna, Supun, Nigamuni, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, and a very big thank you to MDBC and Control Union for giving us this opportunity today to share the story of Heineken Malaysia Berhad. Sorry, the slides are not working.
Oh, it's on.
Okay. Apologies, a little bit of problem with the slides. All right, the story of Heineken Malaysia Berhad, 65 years of growing in Malaysia and uplifting the local communities. As a company, we contribute 1.4 billion in taxes annually. We support over 25,000 Malaysian businesses that rely on beer as a source of income. We sustain more than 30,000 jobs across the value chain. Our sustainability journey, more than 50 to 60 years ago, we started with acts of philanthropy. In terms of governance, as a listed company, since 1965, we have practiced good governance principles, risk controls prescribed by the local stock exchange, in addition to implementing best practices from both our parent companies. There seems to be a little bit of echo, Marco. Would it be better if I use a mic?
It's okay. I can hear properly.
Yeah, okay, all right. Moving on. This is our global sustainability and responsibility strategy. And just to show you the importance, coming out of COVID in 2021, globally the company came out with the evergreen strategy to drive the company forward to overcome all the pandemic challenges as well as post-pandemic challenges. But one of the key areas, one of the 5 key areas identified was the importance of raising the bar on sustainability and responsibility. With that, our global Brew a Better World strategy, a 3-pronged strategy focusing on environment, social, as well as advocating responsible consumption. We have our net zero journey. We have, since 2018, reduced our carbon emissions by 65%. We use 100% renewable energy since March 2022. We've installed solar panels on our site, bringing down our need to rely on external green energy by 14%. We're constantly looking for new opportunities within our site to increase solar panels. We have started tracking the carbon emissions from business travel and employee commute since last year, and we've partnered with the UNGCB to upskill our suppliers with ESG knowledge. This year alone, we've trained more than 40 suppliers, raising their awareness on ESG practices. Our next step will be to measure their ESG maturity and then help them on the journey. In terms of water, we are 100% water circularity is practiced, where all the water used on the site is either recycled, repurposed, or before it's released into the river, it's more than 100% compliant with DOE requirements. We've reduced our reliance on water, making ourselves more efficient by reducing 21% of our water consumption. We did this through engaging with our employees, involving them in decision making, and having discussions with them and empowering them to come up with ideas. Last year, an employee came up with an idea, saving us 3,640 hectoliters of water a year. This best practice has now been copied by other Heineken sites throughout the world. Employees are encouraged to identify leakages, look for solutions, and really help drive this change in mindset. That's what we do internally. Externally, we are more than 100% water balance. We work with NGOs to empower communities, and for every 1 liter of water used at our site, 1.5 liters is replenished into the external environment. For the last 3 years, we have achieved more than 200% water balancing, which means for every 1 liter used, 3 liters have been replenished.
And that's a great ending, Renuka.
Sorry?
5 minutes is up. That's a great ending. Thank you. All right. Over to the judges, please.
Yes, the jury has one question, and I'll be the one asking it to you. Thank you very much. Actually, I have 2 questions. Maybe you can try to combine them. The one is, what has all this positive action in terms of sustainability, what has it brought to Heineken in terms of saving costs? Do you have any idea in percentages or amounts? And that's one. And secondly, how would you rate your consumer satisfaction with the way you have transformed into a more sustainable company?
Thank you for the questions, Ambassador. So in terms of costs, yes, we have saved quite a bit. We have a zero waste to landfill achievement where all the rubbish produced on our site is recycled or upcycled, and that has actually generated 2 million per annum in terms of revenue to the business. So we are turning rubbish into money, which of course finance directors are very happy with. Apart from that achievement, obviously the The other things which you cannot put a dollar value to is building the relationships with local community, building the relationships with government agencies, being an integral part of local communities. Yeah. And the second question, Ambassador, was about
the consumers. How well do they appreciate your efforts in the sustainability area? Do you have any idea?
So consumers worldwide today are demanding that companies have responsible practices. Yeah. And we are constantly engaging various stakeholders from local communities, media, and consumers for feedback. And one of the things that I think has helped us to be one of the top 20 companies with the PwC Trust Awards is when they do the survey, people have given positive feedback because they see us as a responsible company trying to do the right thing, not just by the environment, but by local communities as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Renuka.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we would like to invite Terberg Tractors Malaysia, Mr. Leng Chengpeng, a senior engineer. Thank you, Renuka. Can we have the timer back to 5 minutes, please? All right, please go ahead.
Slide.
No, it's on this screen. Okay.
Oh.
Can we go back to slide 1, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Today, giving me a chance to represent Terberg Tractor Malaysia to present the best sustainable built environment in here. Terberg Tractor Malaysia is a well-known terminal tractor manufacturer for port and warehouse user. Okay, since 2001 until now, okay, we have been sold around 7,000 unit terminal tractor to around the world. You can see from our footprint. As we know, diesel terminal tractors is a source of the pollutions. As based on the statistically showing, there are 35,000 tons of CO2 have been produced out. What is this 35,000 tons of the CO2 means? This 35,000 tons of the CO2 means is a, like, for example, like annually for a coal power plants, if you want to supply the energy for the home, it can meet up 4,000 units of home. We know that, okay, since 2 years before, Terberg already know this issue, and we have started our journey to build our first EV. During that time, our EV basically is the largest, the battery, 350 kilowatt. And during that time, we also get awarded by the Malaysia Book of Record. Throughout this, okay, we have so many goods which the best in class of the EV in that year. But some of the client thinks our EV may take slightly longer times to for the charging, which is the 1 hour. So this year, 2 years after, we have cooperated with our engineering core, which is in the Netherlands. Again, okay, we built another unit called swappable battery type of the EV. Okay, this swappable type battery EV able to help to reduce the charging hour from 1 hour to 6 minutes. After we launching that, we have a lot of inquiry have come to us. Okay, we know that throughout giving out this, okay, we're able to reduce the time from 1 hour to 6 minutes. We're able to lower down the carbon emissions 30 to 40%. We're able to increase the productivity around from 2.5 box to 3 box. We're also able to reduce the cost effective for roughly 40 to 50%. Okay. Lastly, we would like to share out a phrase to everyone inside the hall. Sustainable is a journey, not a destination. Okay. Keep going. Every effort counts. We know that our turbot journey is tough from the first from the last 2 years until now. We do a lot of changes over here. The main target is we didn't stop. We keep going and keep understanding from our client. We hope to build the environment much more better in the future for everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. There's extra time for questions because he didn't pass the 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, the jury has at least one question. Super, please.
Thank you very much for that insights. And of course, you have actually taken a lot of leadership in introducing this, especially into the mass manufacturing sector and likewise. One of the common criticisms on EV is actually, especially if you take Peninsular Malaysia, it's one of the dirtiest grids that we have. So the grids in Sarawak is actually more renewable. Grids in Sabah is better, but Peninsular Malaysia, we are actually highly dependent on coal and the other non-renewables. So that affects the EV. So how do you basically, what's the response that you get from your consumers and on the uptake of the EV machinery? And also the other thing is actually the technology evolves rapidly. So in another 1 year, 2 year down the line, the machines that you're producing will actually be very highly efficient. And so we have a concern in the EV market on the concerns on capitalism, on the circularity, whether how are the machines actually being developed into keeping circularity in mind, that it can actually with evolving technology, are you able to basically uplift, modify the conditions, and likewise? I would like your comments on that.
Okay, very good questions. I will break it down to the two. To answer your first one, which is the right now our especially in our Malaysia, majority 70% is coal-powered power plant. Even though today we adopt the EV, okay, based on the result that we collected, we can roughly save around 30 to 50% of the carbon emissions. Because based on previously, if we compare to the diesel-powered terminal tractor that we built that time, okay, the carbon emissions is much more higher. If today our clients change to the EV, it will reduce. We will not say it become the zero. It will reduce 30 to 50%. Okay. Secondly, technology as 1 month. Okay, and we also need to understand our client standpoint in here. Different situation, different scenario, okay, they will need to apply different things. For example, today, Turbo is sell our unit to the port environment. Okay, port environment, we need very fast changes of it, even though the charging time is crucial for them. Okay, that's why today we are going to change our first versions, which is the integrated battery type, which need the 1 hour charging to 6 minutes. Okay, by changing that integrated type of the battery to the swappable type of the battery. This can ensure our client that can get much more better productivity on their plant. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, judges. Thank you, Ter Berg. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that leads us to the last contestant in this category, Unilever Malaysia. I'd like to invite Mr. Ryan Nagel. Hi, Ryan. The Global Workplace Data Analytics Manager. Can you reset the time, please?
Good morning, Your Excellency. Good morning, panel of judges and ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Nagal, Unilever Global Workplace Design, Projects, and Data Analytics Manager. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to present our journey towards creating a sustainable and inspiring workplace at Unilever Malaysia. I'm excited to share with you the story of Project UniHome and how it embodies Unilever's commitment to sustainability, well-being, and excellence. Let's begin with this thoughtful detail that sets our space apart. We commissioned a local illustrator and mural artist, Mejan, to create a unique piece of art shown on the screen that celebrates Malaysia, Unilever, our people, and our culture. This artwork, mounted prominently in our reception, is not just a decoration. It is a vibrant expression of our identity and values. It reflects our dedication to celebrating the place where we operate, in line with Unilever's workplace design principles. The piece also represents the natural beauty of Malaysia's flora and fauna, inspiring everyone who sees it to take good care of our environment. This beautiful piece of art has also played a significant role in our achievement of double gold certification. These certifications are a testament to our commitments to our people and the planet, which is in line with the original project brief of moving our youthful and vibrant Malaysian organization that has delivered consistent, competitive, and profitable growth to Unilever's future of the office and deliver best-in-class employee experience. Malaysia is playing a very significant role in Unilever's global palm oil supply chain. The project, which we named UniHome, is inspired by the reality that our employees see our office as their second home. Project UniHome is a shining example of how our local initiatives align with the broader Unilever's global sustainability strategies and Unilever values. These are our sustainability strategies on climate, nature, and plastics, and of course, livelihood, and our values on respect, responsibility, pioneering, and integrity, and how we operate and do business. By achieving LEED and WELL certifications, we have also contributed to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or UN SDGs. For instance, our WELL certification supports 14 of the 17 UN SDGs, while LEED is at least 8 of that 17. By the way, LEED is the leading international building sustainability certification, while WELL is the leading building rating system for built environment health and well-being. Unilever is one of the only 3 WELL-certified workplaces in entire Malaysia so far, which is really a pioneering feat. The first was given gold also, just 2 weeks ahead of us. The other two are global pharmaceutical companies. Our WELL certification, again, has helped achieve 14 of the 17 SDGs. One is goal number 3, which is good health and well-being. This goal focuses on ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all ages. Our well-certified office space includes features such as improved air quality, natural lighting, and wellness programs that enhance the overall health and productivity of our employees. We were also very particular with ambient noise, knowing very well from our surveys internally within Unilever and as benchmarked with other external resources that noise and acoustical comfort are one of the top workplace dissatisfactions. We employed acoustic zoning strategy and limited background noise to determine threshold levels, which is about 60 decibels. We also employed materials with high sound absorption features to reduce reverberation time, or the length of time taken for a sound to decay affecting ambient noise. Yep. Additionally, our LEED Gold certification support at least again 8 UN SDGs, specifically for goal number 12, or responsible consumption and production, by promoting efficient use of resources and sustainable practices. We reused 32.92% of furniture from our old office. Our waste diversion from landfill is at 38.7%. To wrap up, I'd like to share some photos of UniHome. showcasing the vibrant and sustainable environment we have created. These images capture the essence of our commitment to sustainability, innovation, and the well-being of our people. Thank you for your attention. We are proud of what the team have achieved with Project UniHome and excited about the future as we continue to lead in sustainability and workplace excellence. Welcome to Unilever.
Thank you, Ryan. Over to the judges, please.
Thank you very much, Unilever. Supun has at least one burning question.
Yeah, thank you very much for the pitch. Extended producer responsibility is actually a big part of Unilever's ambitions of reducing and better designing your products, and likewise. Because we know that we are working quite closely with the Maria and basically various other initiatives in Malaysia to promote and also to design your products with ERP in mind.
I think you have to start again. Sorry, Supun. It's very difficult to hear you here for both of us.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think my question is actually on ERP. So ERP is actually something very close to Unilever. From what we have actually seen, your achievements over the last few years, extended producer responsibility. So we see that you are driving a lot of change in Malaysia on the ERP strategies. Can you give us a bit of a insight into what are the key drivers for you, and how things are shaping up on extended producer responsibility? And even as an organization, you have your workplace as well. How have you incorporated the ERP practices that you do outside into your own responsible sourcing activities for your own facilities, and how are you making a change within your house itself?
Sorry, you mentioned ERP. I'm sorry, I don't think I will be able to answer your question. I'm the expert of Unilever for built environment, that's design and data analytics. There's an expert within Unilever globally who I think is sitting in London, who's managing all sustainability efforts. I don't want to discount their expertise on trying to respond to the answer. I'm sorry about that.
Would you have another question, panel of judges?
Yeah, maybe let's not talk about your consumers, your product designs, and likewise, but in your green workplace. In your workplace, how are you looking into the responsible sourcing of everything comes in and out, and how are you making impact there in your green workplace?
All right. So 30%, 32.92% of the furniture that we have in the office are actually reused from our old office. So that's one. The second one, because of the Well and LEED certification, the requirement is that if we are to use, for example, wood, that has to have that FSC certificate or the Forest Stewardship Council certificate to make sure that those pieces of furniture made of wood are sourced responsibly from forest. Our procurement team also has a very stringent policies with how we source, aside from the materials that we use for the project, on all the other raw materials that we have, for Unilever. I would also like to highlight we have a global floor finishes framework and the global furniture framework. We have standards that sets our minimum requirements with sourcing these materials. That includes sustainability, health and well-being, and of course an agreement with those suppliers and manufacturers. I hope that answered your question, sir.
Thank you. Last question for Nelson. Okay.
Quick one, yes.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation. I have one just quick question. Do Unilever participate in any of these renewable energy initiatives by the government that was introduced in Malaysia? I mean, all these years, can you give me some examples? What any programs that the company have participated in, for example, for introduced by Malaysia?
Again, I don't think I would be able to answer the question because my expertise really is on delivering workplace projects and design. In terms of our efforts on government, NGOs and others, yeah, initiatives, I may not be able to have that information readily available and for external consumption. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Ryan. That's it. Yeah. Thank you very much. And now we would like to go over to the voting for the audience after these 4 participants. Hope that you as the audience picked up quite some best practices and practical experiences this past half an hour. Hopefully on the screen now you will see the instructions on how to vote. So ladies and gentlemen, please take out your phones. And you will see the instructions on how to go about this. You will see the 4 options available. Please pick just one, and you will have about 1 minute to do so. Thank you for participating in this exercise. It's very exciting for the shortlisted companies to do this in a room full of people, about 250 of you here. So there's a lot more voting than we have had at the previous MISA Awards. Thanks to being here at the Sustainable Action Conference. The judges will also now adjourn to their judges' room to confer their opinion, their evaluation, and at the MISA Awards ceremony and dinner this evening, we will announce the winners. I'm handing back the floor back to Michelle, and we'll see each other later for the next pitching session for the social category. Thank you very much, and please one more round of applause for the 4 companies. Thank you.